Hello and welcome to Escape from Mount Backlog, one man's quest to defeat his game's library. Today we'll be asking the question, what do you get when you blend psychopathy with simulation? Possibly a fair amount of hate mail, but also Plague Inc. Evolved. Plague Inc. Evolved is a simulation or strategy game wherein you're tasked to eliminate the entire population of Earth by taking control of a disease and mutating it, while the World Health Organization, or HWO, tries to develop a cure. Even though it has a simple interface inherited from its mobile roots in Plague Inc., it can make for some truly tense gameplay. What will you do when the world is 1 month away from a cure, but you need to kill off the last 1 million people to win? Can you mutate into total organ failure to kill them off? Can you reshuffle your DNA to push the cure progress back by another month? Or do you leave it, losing the game, but knowing that you basically last man on Earth that one? Of course, defeat is not an option if you want to unlock everything, but maybe you're not a complete monster. The single player experience is packed with challenges, 9 plagues to master, each with its own set of rules, and 25 unlockable genetic mutators that further change game rules. There are also 2 bonus plagues that have been released in free updates, namely the Simian Flu, as in Dawn of the Rise of the prequel of the Planet of the Apes Simian Flu, and Shadow Plague, which is basically vampirism. There are even cooperative and competitive multiplayer components. Beyond the highly customizable main game, you also have 20 official scenarios created by the developers, and access to a plethora of custom scenarios created by the community via the Steam Workshop. That all is to say, for such a basic game, you can get several hours of gameplay. And with each game only taking around 20 to 30 minutes, you can destroy the world over lunch. The game is so realistic in terms of its infection models that in 2013 the developer of the original version, Plague Inc., James Vaughan, was invited to talk at the CDC about his game. He spoke about how he had modeled the spread of infectious disease inside the game, as well as how games like Plague Inc. can be used to inform and educate the public. Following the talk, the CDC said that it was interested in Plague Inc. as, quote, "It uses a non-traditional route to raise public awareness on epidemiology, disease transmission, and disease/pandemic information. The game creates a compelling world that engages the public on serious public health topics." You know, every game I played in preparation for this video was met with shock and horror by my housemate. Something about a disease that slowly spreads, then mutates to cause total organ failure kinda bothered him. I guess that's the clincher. It can be an uncomfortable game to play if you don't divorce yourself from the reality of what you're trying to achieve. But to divorce yourself can also cause the game's educational value to be lost on you. Through multiple playthroughs with different diseases, I learned the most effective strategy in most cases is to quietly infect the world, keeping the symptoms unnoticeable. You know, maybe a cough or sneezing, until the entire world is infected, including Greenland, arguably the hardest region to infect. And then suddenly mutate lethal symptoms like paralysis and total organ failure
to kill off all humans.
Various regions in the game have different conditions to be met before infection can truly take hold. For example, Australia has an arid climate and good healthcare, so to really take hold there, your disease needs to be heat and drug resistant. Once the whole world is infected, you feel this weird sense of accomplishment, followed by dread, knowing what your next step has to be to win the game. You know, this whole ordeal is kind of depressing. So here's a picture of a puppy. With every disease having its own traits, every campaign has slight deviations from the infect then kill formula. For example, the Necroa virus, aka mother flipping zombies, provide a challenge in that the human populace will build fortresses to defend mankind from the horde. But you do get more direct control of the disease, like the ability to send a horde of zombies from one region to another to try and eliminate these fortresses. In short, is this game worth a look? Absolutely. You owe it to yourself to at least play a few scenarios. Like I said, most games can be short, so you've really got nothing to lose. Except maybe your faith in humanity if you end up enjoying.
Destroying the entire world.
And that'll just about wrap up this episode of Escape from Mount Backlog. Have you played Plague Inc? Do you have it in your Steam library? Remember, the Steam Summer Sale should be live, so go check it out. Maybe it's on a deep discount. And as always guys, remember to like, share and subscribe this video if you want to see more. Spread the word. People need to join me on this harrowing journey. Remember to check out the second series we just started on this channel, The Great Stellaris Peace Royale, and join us next time when we look at something a little more synthwavy.